Game Up Hard Hydration. It's like your favorite sports drink and your favorite seltzer got together, had a baby, but it's so much better. They have been the sponsors of 2024, and Dave is going to tell you what is so great about Game Up.
What's so great about it is that it comes in an 8-pack with 4 great flavors. We're talking fruit punch, orange, lemon lime, and grape. And guys, it's full flavor, only 110 calories per can. It's low carb. Enjoy Game Up and don't feel guilty about it.
Bill Goldberg, Dave Batista, better big man in the ring. And I got to tell you, after watching Halloween Havoc 97 this week, I almost want to give it to Dave Batista because of what that show did to me. But Bill Goldberg's appearance was powerful, and I just loved seeing the run-in. So who is your pick between these two, and what kind of were you thinking when you put the comparison together?
When I put it together, I just thought, these are two big guys, but they're also big stars. They were really successful. Like, people know who Bill Goldberg is still. That streak has always lived on, and people always remember that. And then his brief comeback in WWE, even though I think people might have got a little tired of him, but that initial comeback where he beat Brock Lesnar in like 30 seconds, Bill was just booked really, really well. And I really thought Bill Goldberg, especially later on in his career, really knew his character and knew who he was. That being said, Batista, he's the better big man in my eyes because I think he's just better at telling a story, and he can have longer matches. And I think part of that is just being right place, right time, because Batista was really groomed to be in his position. He was at Ohio Valley Wrestling with guys like Jim Cornette and all those top talent that was down there at the time. And then he's going to get put in a position where he's working with Triple H and Ric Flair. Not bad to be in the right place at the right time. He had the look, but to his credit, he delivered when he had to.
For anybody that's a Dave Batista fan, check out his Ohio Valley Wrestling time as Leviathan. It's one character that Jim Cornette always talks huge about. Maybe it's just because I saw more Goldberg in his prime. I've seen Batista later in his career, obviously familiar with what he's done with movies. I was never hugely impressed with him in the ring. Like, capable enough wrestler, did his thing. But for me, even though Goldberg wasn't wildly, I don't know how to say it. Like, when Goldberg was booked perfectly, he looked like a monster. When you started getting away from that a little bit is where you saw kind of the limits there. But in my mind, I still got to go with Goldberg.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I just think Goldberg he just wasn't really capable of having longer matches. And again, I'm a guy to watch both of them. I watched a lot of Batista. I was watching Batista during this time period of wrestling, and he was by no means, he's not Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, but he could have a longer match than Bill, at least consistently.
Definitely. And let us know your thoughts in the comments. Another thing, a lot of people that watch our videos aren't subscribed. So if you're watching this, hit that subscribe button. Get more interesting wrestling talk.
Hey fans, it's the man they call Dave with producer Joe. And you probably know us as the commentary team for New Heights Pro Wrestling. But when we're not doing that, we got a podcast.
That is the Working Fans Podcast, where we talk pro wrestling, comedy, MMA, and so much more.
And tell them about that signature segment.
Oh, you talk about the 531?
You know I am.
That is a homegrown creation that has been our namesake. And if you want to know our namesake, we got Chevy, AJ Strange Brew, as well as the two of us.
And why don't you go to our channel, like, subscribe, show us some love.
Rate, review, all of it. If you haven't tried Game Up, then you are missing out. Imagine your favorite seltzer and your favorite sports drink had a baby, but it's way better than that. Each can is 110 calories, low carb, 4.9 ABV. It's a nice light drink that is not light on flavor. Game Up comes in fruit punch, orange, lemon, lime, and grape. Pick it up at drinkgameup.com or at your nearest liquor store.